Hi, welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is Ham Slamwich. So let's start out by saying that this is my son's garage. This is Jason's garage. And Jason has severe ADHD. 1 year and 4 months before making this video, me and all three of my kids cleaned out this garage, which was in basically the same shape. Over the course of the next year, it got built up again and got worse and worse and worse until we finally had to rent a 40-yard dumpster to redo what the four of us did the year before. So let's talk about how this got back into this condition again, because this is really important. I don't think a lot of people understand how it can get this bad. And I think they're picturing it as a sort of, okay, we've cleaned out the garage and now a month later it's this bad again, when that's not actually the reality. A garage doesn't get this bad overnight. This takes time. This has been happening over the course of a year. And basically the way this starts is that the person who has ADHD will forget minor things like, let's take the trash to the curb because they're picking it up tomorrow morning. So they forget that 1 week, and then by the time the end of the week comes, their trash is overflowing, so they have to put the bag somewhere. So they'll just be like, well, I'll throw it in the garage and then we'll just take it out next week whenever the trash comes again. And then they forget again. Or they remember to take their trash to the curb, but they forget that there are bags in the garage. So one of the parts of ADHD, especially severe ADHD, that is really prevalent with the people who have it, is something called object permanence. If an object is not directly in the line of sight, or at least somewhere that reminds them that the object exists, then it ceases to exist in their brain, at least on a temporary basis. So, for instance, they may go to get the trash can to bring it to the curb because they remembered it, but because they didn't look over into the garage, they forget that there's 2 extra bags sitting there. Then they may be fine for the next month. They'll remember the trash every time, but not the ones in the garage, and then it happens again. They forget. So their trash overflows again over the course of the next week. They put another couple bags out in the garage, and then that just continues. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If it just stays as a couple of bags, it's not a huge issue. But as those build up, the mind of somebody who's dealing with this disorder goes from, this is a quick fix issue, I can just take those out to the dump, or I can throw them in with my regular trash later, it's a quick cleanup. But that morphs into, oh my God, this has become a gigantic pile of stuff. This is overwhelming. I'll deal with it later. And that happens as you get more and more trash build up over time. It goes from a quick fix to an insurmountable problem that I'll deal with later.